Hey guys, it's Camron from Dueling Dragons. Today for you guys, I have a deck profile, my Infernoid deck. Now this is before they came out with more support. They haven't come out with more support yet, but they will in the near future. And so this is just basically a deck with the three monsters that they have out already, which is Infernoid Behemoth, Infernoid Beelzebul, and Infernoid Lucifigus. So this is with the three cards that they have so far. They will be coming out with more in the near future. I'm not 100% sure when, but when they come out with more of the support and more of the archetype, I will make a deck profile of that. But for right now, this is what I have so far. It's actually a pretty good deck, even without the other cards. And Behemoth is just a really powerful card all in all. And this deck can wreck against quite a bit of other decks, especially with Inferno Beelzebul and Inferno Lucifigus' second effects, which I'll go more in depth with later on in the video. But other than that, here is the deck profile. So for the monsters, you're going to want to have three Inferno Behemoths. Now, when there are more support for this archetype, you probably won't need as much of these monsters, but since they're the only monsters that are in the archetype so far, you would want to play three of these. And then a one blaster Dragon of the Inferno, since these are all fire, believe it or not, these are all fiends and fire, so they work with a couple other cards as well. And then I have a Kawaki Miro Doom, 3 and 4 to Lucifigus, 3 Scarum, Mollambronk of the Burning Abyss, 3 Torbus to the Forbidden Realms, 2 Ultimate Baseball Kid, and 3 Inferno Beelzebul. For spells, you want to have 2 Magic Planters, 2 Terraforming, 3 Dark World Dealings, 1 Foolish Burial, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, 1 Burial from a Different Dimension, and 3 Overflowing Purgatory. And believe it or not, Overflowing Purgatory you can actually play with multiple other decks as well, especially decks that rely on tributing, so Monarch decks, because these really, the second effect has to do more with Infernoids, but during each standby phase you can get special summon one Infernoid token, and they can be used to tribute for pretty much anything. So Overflowing Purgatory, all in all, is just a really great card to have, especially if your deck involves a lot of tributing. And then for the traps, just 2 Royal Decrees and 3 Awakened Purgatories. Then for the extra deck, 1 Battle Cruiser Dianthus, and these are actually all rank 3s, because most of the monsters here, a lot of the monsters here are rank 3s, so you can probably pull off a ton of rank 3s in this deck. And then 1 number 47 Nightmare Shark, 1 number 17 Leviathan Dragon, 2 Totem Birds, 1 Ghost Trick Alucard, 2 Wind Up Zen Mains, and 3 Dante Traveler's Burning Abyss. Now you probably want to be running the Dante's or Alucard more than anything else, because they allow you, or this card will allow you to mill more, and Alucard will allow you to just pop back row. So you're gonna want to be playing these two cards more often. And like I said before, Inferno Lucifigus and Inferno Beelzebul second effects can both wreck Satellar Knights, and they can hit them pretty hard. I guess Shadows from time to time, especially with their second effect, which is once per turn during your opponent's turn, you contribute 1 monster, then target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it, and this is a quick effect. So I actually kind of learned this while play testing with this deck a few times. I experienced it when I was going against a couple of Satellar Knight players, and they would use like Altair, for example, and then go for a Deneb. And since this is a quick effect, you can activate it, tribute a monster. You can also tribute itself if you really wanted to, and then you can banish the Deneb or something, and then that's just one less Deneb out of the deck, and it's just one less pain to have to go through. And so their second effects are pretty good. The first effects are also really good. So for Beelzebul, its first effect is once per turn you can target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, return it to the hand, and this is a more defensive type monster with 2000 defense, so that's not that bad of a defense. It's a really good defense to have, especially for this kind of archetype. It's a new archetype, so I really like that defense. And then Lucifigus is more of the attack and more on the offensive, especially with its effect is once per turn you can target 1 monster on the field and destroy it. But it cannot attack the turn you activate its effect, but it's not really a downside. They just won't take any battle damage, but that's really all that there is to it. And now for some of the other cards you have in the deck, this is obviously a card you're going to want to be playing in the deck. Scarm, mainly because during the end phase, if it's sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 level 3 Dark Fiend type monster from your deck and add it to your hand. It doesn't even have to be Burning Abyss. You can go ahead and go for Torbus to Forbidden Realms, Kawaki Mirror of Doom, or Lucifigus, so you can get pull out quite a bit of monsters with its effect. And then Tour Bus from Forbidden Realms. This is actually when it comes in handy, because most Fiend type monsters, or at least a lot of the Fiend type monsters, are dark and very few of them are light. But this archetype has fire type Fiend type monsters, so Tour Bus to Forbidden Realms is pretty much made for this deck, because when it's flipped, you can go and add any of these monsters right here, pretty much all of these monsters except for Skarm, really, and add them to your hand, even if it's higher than level 4. So that's a really big plus and big bonus. Ultimate Baseball Kid. I'm only playing 2 of him. One, he's rank 3 or level 3, so he can go with all of these XYZ summons down here. 2, if you would have multiple of like these Infernoid monsters on the field, he'll gain 1000 attack. So that is really nice thing to have, especially if you had 2 other 5 type monsters. That's 2500 attack already, so that's really good to have. And it's a really nice to have because these don't have very high attack. I mean, 1600 is decent, but 0 attack is really nothing. But then Kawaki Mirror Doom, you're playing him because a lot of the cards in here are fiends anyways, so you can go ahead and reveal a fiend type monster if you had one in your hand. And 2, negate the effects of all light and dark monsters that activate during the main phase. So I mean, if you basically want to set Tour Bus anyways, so if you had him on the field and had Tour Bus set, effect will most likely activate during the battle phase if your opponent were to attack it. So that's really not a problem there. The only problem you really have is with Skarm in the deck, and maybe Dante or Alucard or something, because this will block out a lot of your opponent's effects that activate during the main phase. This will definitely block out Satellar Knights and Shaddolls for 1, so that is a big bonus. That's also going to be a big pain for them to have to get over that. 1700 attack is not that bad either. The only downside is that you don't have many trap cards to defend yourself with, so unless you want to maybe put in a couple of trap cards or something that can defend yourself, by all means go ahead. But this is just how I would play it. Now the thing with Awakened Purgatory is that if you would have any other monster on the field, even if it's face down, that's what I've learned. I had this card face down at one point, and then I activated Awakened Purgatory, and then just sent itself to the grave. That's because if you control a monster that is not an Infernoid monster, you have to send it to the grave. Pretty much all Infernoid monsters so far have to be special summoned, which means they have to be face up. So if you had a set monster, it's just going to be destroyed. This card's going to be destroyed anyways. So you're going to have to be a little smart with Awakened Purgatory. You probably just want to have these 2 cards out on the field at the time when you activate Awakened Purgatory, and then it'll be a lot easier just to bust out Infernoid and Behemoth at that point. Now, what else did I want to... Magic Planter. I'm only really playing this because I know Awaken Purgatory. I mean, if you're gonna summon a monster that's not Infernoid, and you had a Magic Planter, might as well get some plus out of it. I mean, that way it's not just self-destructing itself. You're getting rid of it to be able to draw 2 cards. So at least it's not like destroying itself. At least you are getting a plus out of it. And another thing about the deck is that you are going to be doing a lot of banishing if you want to get on more and more of these, because since there's not many in the Infernoid archetype, you're going to be running out of these Infernoids a lot. So one of the big downsides of the deck is that the only card that I can think of off the top of my head that can get at least 3 of them back into the graveyard would be Burial from a Different Dimension. So hopefully they come with more Infernoid support where they can add them back from the the remove from play. But for now, you're gonna have to be watching out for that because they are like the main, I guess you could say, main part of the deck. So I mean, with them gone, all you really have is a Blaster, Kawaki Mirror Doom, Tour Bus, and Skarman Ultimate Baseball Kid. And you're not gonna be able to pretty much win much with rank 3s, unless you could probably win with Dante, to be honest, but that might be a little bit difficult. So sometimes you might want to play a little safe and conservative, especially try not to waste too many of your Infernoid monsters, because like I said, there's only 3 monsters out so far, so unless you really want to screw yourself over, then by all means go ahead. But other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching. In the comment section below, please tell us if you would like to see another deck to be, I guess, deck profiled. So far, I kind of want to do a Quel'Oth or Quillart deck. I haven't done that. yet, so I'm leaning towards doing one of those decks if you guys want to. So please tell us in the comment section below if you'd like to see that. And once again, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Cameron from Dueling Dragons signing out.